I would love to cut my teeth on the pre-world that Ghost came from. I would love to play the world that I never got to play, and to really sink my teeth in the juicy tids and the bits included of all of that shit that the world never got to really. We don't even know who Ghost is. We only really know from Tasha, the kids, Tommy, Angela, but we don't really know this kid.
Oh, come on, we gotta move this way. Kanan's gonna be looking for us. So he's gonna introduce us to Breathe.
Hi, I'm ready. Just...
What's good, everybody? It's your boy V.O.N back again with another power-related video. And today what we're gonna be asking, and this is for all the power fans that's out there, we're gonna be asking this question: does Ghost really deserve a prequel? Now, personally, as a true power fan, I personally think he deserves a prequel. The reason why I say that is because now we already have Book 3, which is Raising Kanan, which is a good show, by the way. Good writing, good actors, good acting, all that stuff. But that's mainly Raising Kanan. It's literally in the title, it's Raising Kanan. We're literally seeing mostly everything from Kanan's perspective through his life. That's why you see his family members like a Marvin Thomas, a Lulu Thomas. You don't really see much of, you know, obviously him with Ghost and Tommy, because it's mainly talking about Kanan and his beginnings before he became who we all know and love, is the ruthless, cold-hearted son of a bitch, the same man that killed his own son, you know what I mean? Even his own cousin, Jukebox. We're seeing everything from his lens. And with Raising Kanan gonna be like, I don't know, until like season 6 or 7 or whatever, I don't really think we're going to be able to see a full fleshed out version of a young Tommy and Ghost, specifically a young Ghost. We already kind of seen a little bit of how Tommy was, or a little glimpse of how his life story was in the original show, and even a little bit in Book Force, but we didn't really see much about Ghost. Like, the only relative that we know that Ghost ever spoke to or spoke about was his Uncle Gabe. We didn't really see anybody else from his family, whether if it was his brother, whether if it was his father. We heard him mention his father, obviously Curtis, but we didn't really hear a lot of mentions of his other family, because he probably either didn't know much of his family either, because, you know, his mom ran out on him and his father, so, you know, he don't probably know much of his other family that he probably has, because I guarantee that his family that he still probably doesn't know about or did know about, I think they're still around, but we would have to see that in the Ghost prequel. And the showrunner Courtney Kemp was always asked about a Tommy and Ghost prequel. She said that Ghost and Tommy won't be appearing in Raising Kanan because technically they're still in like the 5th grade. They're still kids. They're still like around the ages of 10 years old. Kanan is like literally in high school at this point. And she's like, no, they will not be appearing in Raising Kanan because they're still kids. Now, towards the end of Raising Kanan, do I think we'll see them? Absolutely, because it would be a good way to kind of tie everything in. But I don't think they're going to really be appearing throughout the series, because I think it's going to be mainly just, you know, mirrored or told through Kanan's story. That's why he's the narrator. And also, a Ghost prequel would make a lot of sense in my book, is because we don't really, like I said, we don't really know much about Ghost. We know about James St. Patrick a little bit, but we don't know about, you know, much of Ghost, because Ghost was hardcore from what Kanan said. You know, Kanan even said that he was a cold-blooded murderous son of a bitch. He was even colder than Tariq. So that goes to show you that Ghost was literally something in the streets at a young age that was well feared. And even Angela's dad didn't even like him. He was like, the corner boy, I thought I told you to stay away from him. And Ghost just looked at him and was like, damn, he just reminded me of my dark past. Because being with Angela really reminded him of who he was as James before being with Ghost. And being with Tasha really always reminded him of how he was, you know, Ghost when he was with her. But when he was with Angela, he was James St. Patrick. But a Ghost prequel would obviously make sense, because Ghost is literally the face of the show. Even though, you know, shout out to 50 Cent, he's the big name attached to the show, but Omari Hardrick and his acting really is what helped elevated the show, along with others like Joseph Sikora, Notori Natan, everybody. But Ghost really is what kind of helped made the show pop the way it did. And it would be literally good for us as fans to really get a prequel of his story, because we want to see him in his heyday. We want to see him out there wilding, killing people, or brutalizing folks for this or for that. We want to see that. And also, I would want to know more about what happened the night his father was killed. How did him and Gabe lose touch? How did he end up meeting Rolla? And also, how was he, raising Sean while Kanan was still in prison? Like, how did him and Tasha do that? I would really want to, and also with their business, him and Tommy's business with Wash and Fold and the Club Truth. Like, how did he get enough money to actually buy this club out legally with just wash clean hands? Like, it would be interesting to see all those stories unfold, to see how everything went on through his lenses. And obviously, I think it would be good if he was to actually narrate his own story, kind of like how 50 is doing his with Kanan. I think it would be dope as Omari Hardrake to narrate his own story as a young ghost, because we still don't know much about him. So it would really be cool to see a prequel that really told us about who he was and how he became who he became. But y'all leave y'all comments, y'all theories, and all that, and let me know if y'all really want a Ghost prequel or not. But until then, make sure y'all check everything out. And your boy, V.O.N out. Peace.
What's up now, bitches?